Here we are. I am, here it is, April 3rd, 2018. 50 years ago tomorrow, Martin Luther King will have been assassinated. And the country went up in flames. Bobby Kennedy was scheduled to speak at a rally in Indianapolis. And he did. He showed up at a rally. Remember back then, 50 years ago, no computers, no cell phones, no social media, no this. You had the evening news and maybe a break in between. Anyway, most of the people in this crowd were African American, and most did not know that Martin Luther King had been assassinated. So Bobby Kennedy got up and gave a speech that just blew everybody away. Indianapolis did not go up in flames at all, at all. And they credit that with Bobby Kennedy's speech, calming the city down. And in fact, on April 4th, they will have a big celebration in Indianapolis for the Kennedy King Memorial that they've established there years ago. Big celebration, big 50-year celebration. Speaking of which, I will be having my own 50-year celebration to commemorate the life of Robert F. Kennedy. Robert F. Kennedy was my hero. Before John Lennon, yeah, I like the Beatles, but anybody who knows me knows that Bobby Kennedy was my hero, my number one hero. And so, with that in mind, and I've done this before, back in '83, the Lennon Peace Tribute did a folk sing at the Lincoln Memorial. Kathy Ford will be able to back me up on that. It rained like a dog 5 minutes before the event happened. We had a 5-piece rock band. We were ready to rock out right there at the Lincoln Memorial, and it rained. So we had to do a short acoustic guitar thing, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I'm doing my own. And 4 or 5 other people are helping me. Angie Zimmett, AJ, Walter, my niece. I've pretty much got everything I need. I have posters. I have 8 by 4 foot banner. Actually, I have 3 8 foot by 4 foot banners. 2 are identical in black and white. 1 is in color. I'll be using the one in color. Got a professional backdrop stand, as you can see right here. I'm doing this recording from the Imagine Studios in DC. That's what this is, Imagine Studios. So anyway, my event will be on June 6th, starting at noon. Between noon and 6, there will be 4 or 5, I hope, gun control and human rights groups that will come to the table, bring hourly, a different group each hour, and they will leave their literature. They'll talk to people, blah, 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 as you go by. That's from 12 to 6. So I'm hoping to get 5 groups to share their literature and all that. Hopefully it won't rain. I've got a great spot. It's right under a yellow buckeye tree. It's a great spot. It's a whole park. It's a whole little square block park. I don't have the whole park. Well, I do technically have the whole park, but I've only set up a portion of it. And I'm going to have at 7, we will have what we're calling a luminary folk sing, which will, you can't use candles in the park. Can't have a candlelight vigil. Permit won't allow. So we've gone an alternative route to have some kind of a glow effect. And we've got wristbands and we've got remembrance. Well, let me show them. We've got 500 wristbands. We got 1,000 of these blickies. We got 1,000 of them. We'll be passing these things out until the day I die, probably. Anyway, Bobby Kennedy changed my life. You know, Bobby Kennedy changed my life. That's all there was to it. I was 17, and uh, he was my model. He was my role model. He was what I wanted. He said everything I wanted to hear. And when he was knocked off, it just blew me away. Just blew me away. Angie Zimmett was the one who gave me the news at 6:30 in the morning. I went to bed the night before, right after the California primary, thinking he'd won. Went to bed happy as a pig. And then Angie called and gave me the bad news, and I freaked out. And that's that. But here we are 50 years later, and I've tried to stick to his ideals. Yeah, I've gotten in a lot of trouble throughout these past 50 years, but um, look at me. He's my man. He's my number one. And so, June 6th, between 12 and 7. At 7, there'll be the Luminary folk sing. I've invited some speakers. I've asked the mayor. I've sent an invite to the delegate Holmes Norton, to Representative Kennedy. I've asked the mayor to proclaim the day, Robert F. Kennedy Day of Peace and Remembrance. That's no big deal. And so it should be a fun day if the weather is good. If the weather is good, if it doesn't rain, it should be a fabulous day. And I would hope that anyone who sees this video and is in the area at the time would stop by at least during the day if you can't make it to the Luminary. The Luminary should be fun. I bought a PA system and it rocks. It rocks. It's a portable PA system, but a friend of mine who knows his stuff, I just bought it. He said, get this one. You won't regret it. And I don't know how to operate it yet, but it looks like an airplane pilot on the back dashboard. So that's the deal. So you'll be hearing a lot about Bobby Kennedy from me in the next 2 months. I've been kind of squeezing it in, but here it is. Okay, so I'm going for it, and I hope that any of you who are able will be able to attend. And if you want to help out, get in touch with me. Can always use some help. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.